Hi, this is Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us today for Live with Annie. As usual, we've started the stream a bit early to get everything set up and broadcasting properly to our various platforms. You can find a countdown clock on the screen showing how long it will be until we actually go live. While you wait, please connect with us and other viewers in the chat. Let us know where you are from and whether you're a new or longtime viewer. We'll see you live soon! Again for joining us for Live with Annie. We are so happy to have you with us today. While you wait for the program to start, we hope you'll enjoy the content playing on screen. There's so much inspiration, so take a moment to tell us what you love in the chat. Don't forget there is a countdown clock on the screen so you know how long until we go live. Hi, it's Annie again, reminding you that we'll be going live with this week's episode shortly. There is a countdown clock on the screen showing how much time is left. You've got just enough time to grab some water or beverage of your choice and a snack, and to connect with us in the chat. We'd love to hear what you've been working on this week. Again, it's Annie, back to remind you that we'll be starting this week's live very shortly. We've got a really fun episode planned for today, and we'll see you soon. Hi, I'm Annie of ByAnnie.com and Patterns by Annie. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 44 of Season 2 of Live with Annie. Whether you have been with us for every single Live with Annie episode or this is your very first time, we welcome you and thank you for making the time to join us. That means so much to all of us here at ByAnnie. The holiday season will be here before we know it, so this week we are kicking off a two-part series of ideas for gifts. Today we'll share ideas for 10 projects to make for anyone on your list, and we'll share tips for saving time and making the process easier. We returned last night from Houston, where we vended at International Quilt Market. We had such a great time reconnecting with friends in the industry and enjoyed presenting our patterns and products to quilt shops around the world. We were honored to present the premier schoolhouse at Market this year. That event kicks off everything and gave us an opportunity to talk to hundreds of store owners about how to create customer success and how ByAnnie works to make local quilt shops successful. We had a fabulous show and picked up lots of new quilt shop customers who have never carried our products, so hopefully all of you will have better access to ByAnnie products soon. One store owner came into the booth saying, "I want to order ByAnnie in a box." She explained that her store had been all about quilts up to now, but she said, "I realize that if I'm going to stay relevant in this industry, I need to branch out." So we were happy to help her. As always, please ask at your local quilt shop for our products. If they don't carry them, please ask them to contact us or email us at info@ByAnnie.com with their contact information, and we will get in touch with them. Last week, we played a pre-recorded episode in which we visited with the amazing Carrie Bloomston, a fabric designer, middle school art teacher, creativity enabler, and author. Carrie is one of my very favorite designers, and it was a joy to visit with her as she shared tips for igniting our creative sparks. If you were watching it on Facebook or ByAnnie.com live, you no doubt noticed the technical difficulties at the beginning. Jake and I were on a plane to Houston when the episode was supposed to go live, so Glo was in charge of getting everything going. She ran into some unexpected difficulties and tried to call us, and interestingly, the phone actually rang while we were in the air. But since she couldn't talk to us in depth, she turned to Casey, who was already in Houston and was picking up freight, so she went to him for help, and he did his best to figure out the problem from his phone, but it took a few minutes. So Jake was able to get both the Facebook and ByAnnie live episodes replaced. There is still the old one with the first 10 minutes or so missing on Facebook. Interestingly, everything worked fine on YouTube, but you should be able to see the entire episodes in all three places now. So now, and Jake's going to put up all the links to make those easy for you to find. And I'm not in the middle. All right. Let's move on to today's topic. We are going to get started on some really fun ideas for gifts. With holidays just around the corner, I know that many of us are in full gift selection mode. I really love giving handmade gifts, and it's always fun to pick the perfect pattern and fabric for someone special. As I sew the project, I think of that person for whom I'm making it the entire time I'm cutting and sewing, and I always feel like that's a little extra gift to me as well. So today we're going to share some ideas for easy-to-make gifts. I've picked out 10 different projects, and I've gathered models in a variety of fabrics so that you can see how they'll work as gifts for men, women, or children. All of these are versatile projects that are quick to make and use a minimum of supplies. We aren't going to focus much on techniques today, but be sure to post any questions that you might have, and we will do our best to answer them at the end. So the first one we're going to look at today is Clam Up, which is one of our very most popular patterns. These are a perennial favorite for gifts since they are so fun and easy to make, and they use just a small amount of supplies. So the pattern includes instructions for bags in 5 sizes. The first is the extra large, then you have the large, the medium, the small, and the extra small. So they're perfect for storing and carrying makeup, sewing supplies, tech gear, and more. I like to use double slide zippers on these. Those make it easy, and these little grab tabs, which are available in 2 sizes, make the bags easy to open wide. So you can do either a little square tab or you can do a triangular tab. And as you can see, they open for full visibility of everything inside. We've also attached side panels that help prevent the contents from falling out, and you can even do a little optional strap with a swivel hook to add to any of these if you'd like to hook them to another bag. The great thing is that when they're empty, all of the bags nest right back inside of each other for easy storage. So the pattern includes instructions for making the bags with or without quilted fabric, and for adding optional iron-on vinyl laminate such as slicker on the inside to make them easy to wipe clean. So on this set, we used quilted fabric for the extra small, the medium, and the large, and then or extra large, and then we skipped the quilting and we used the slicker on the inside for the medium and the small. So that makes it really easy to wipe it clean and is great if you're going to put makeup or something like that in there. The pattern and add-on video also include complete instructions for making all the zippers that you need using Zippers by the Yard, and one package of Zippers by the Yard is enough to make all 5 bags, and you'll have about 50 inches of tape and 6 slides left over for another project. And you will really love how easy it is to install the zipper and finish these bags. And just like everything we're showing today, choose fabrics that are going to suit the person you're making them for, whether they want something that's cheery and bright or they want something subdued. And you can do all different colors for each bag as we did on this first set, or you can do as we did on this set and just alternate 2 different colors of fabric. So on here we made every other one using the dark fabric, and then we did the other 2 out of a lighter fabric. Here are a couple more tips. The larger bags are easier to make than the small ones, so if you are new to the pattern, I recommend starting with one of these 3 larger sizes. I also find it easier to assemble the bags if I use a double slide zipper, but you can use a single slide if you prefer. Using a double slide zipper enables you to keep the zipper closed, so when you sew these side seams and bind their edges, you don't have the zipper coming open, and that makes it easier. Plus, I just love the way it looks when you put the 2 zipper pulls at the top and when you close it, and it makes it easy to open either side of the bag. So again, that's Clam Up, and a perfect gift for anyone on your gift list. Stack these back inside each other, get them out of the way, and we'll move on to another one that's super popular and easy for gifts, which is flipping out. So I'm going to start with this one. This pattern makes sturdy cases in 2 sizes, and they're perfect for all kinds of uses. So we use soft and stable in them to give them great body and stability. That also ensures that they stand up and hold their shape. When they're open, the cases can convert into desktop stands just by folding down their tops. And there is a line stitched here that encourages it to fold right at that point for a nice crisp fold, but that gives you easy visibility of everything that's inside without sacrificing any of the stability. They also have mesh pockets all the way around the inside to help organize your supplies, plus one on the little front gusset, and each case zips shut for safe and secure storage. You use just one side of a zipper for each case, so one 40-inch zipper, which is how much you need to make the large one, is enough to make both cases. If you are only making the small one, you can get by with one 24-inch zipper and an extra slide. And the pattern and add-on video include all the instructions for attaching the zipper and the slide, and you're going to be really excited to see how easy it is. So that is the large flipping out. The pattern also includes instructions for embellishing the outside with an optional ribbon border if you'd like, and that's what we did on this set. And this is one that's perfect for if you've got granddaughters who like Barbie dolls and they want to carry their dolls and toys and things. Lots of room in there for carrying the dolls with all their accessories. They're also perfect for corralling tools and supplies for crafters. So whether you want to put your rotary cutters and markers and scissors in there and have them handy on your work table, or if you're a knitter and you need something that's going to hold your large knitting needles, it's perfect for that. And the little front pocket here is a perfect place to stash a little extra pack of top stitch needles, so you've always got one handy to go. Flipping out is my daughter-in-law Glow's kind of go-to pattern for gifts, one she makes often. She will usually make the small one for kids, and she'll line the inside with slicker. We don't have that on here, but she skips the quilting and just puts slicker on there, and it's perfect to do a toothbrush and some toothpaste, and a great way to encourage kids to do regular brushing. And then the large is perfect for presenting a bottle of wine as a hostess gift. So as you can see, lots of different fabrics that we use to make those, and perfect for all kinds of recipients. Get that out of the way. One of my go-to gifts for, or go-to patterns for gifts is Just in Case. Off the table a little bit. And these make an especially good gift for guys. You can fill them with useful things for the car or something to throw in a gym bag. So these handy organizers can be made in 2 sizes. We've got a small one and a large one. Inside each of them are pockets that can be used to provide easy visibility to whatever's inside. So the large one has a vinyl and a mesh pocket. The smaller one has both of those plus an additional mesh pocket in the middle. Each of these has a zipper closure on the pockets, except the middle one, so you don't have to worry about things falling out. And then they have invisible magnet snaps that close each case. So the small case is the perfect size to fit in the glove box of a car, and we filled this one with emergency first aid items, so it'd make a great emergency car kit. It'd be also a great organizer for sewing supplies or even a handy purse organizer. So you could use it to hold cosmetics, office supplies, all types of things. The large one is great to hold maps, documents, and other things that you might need on a road trip, and it easily fits under a car seat or even along the side of a seat. If you need some ideas for things to include in these, be sure to check out the Just in Case product page that's at our website. We've got a long list of possible items that you can include just in case. You may have noticed that these 2 sets were both made using directional fabrics, but each of them are oriented differently. So we made this set assuming that the top was at the top, and we oriented our border that way as well as our main fabric, so that this we considered the top. But on this set, we assumed that the side is over here and that this is the top, so we oriented our fabric to work in that orientation. So as you can see, either way works, and these are really great for using leftover quilted fabric from another project. So just know that you can orient the pieces to make best use of the fabrics that you have on hand, and just you get to decide which is the top, here or here. All right, next let's talk about Stash and Dash. And this is another great little project that can use leftover quilted fabric. It's also great for using leftover vinyl, mesh, and even zippers from other projects. So this makes a handy little wrap, and it has 3 inner mesh pockets. It's got a vinyl pocket on the back, and each of the pockets has zippers to keep things secure. The mesh gives you great visibility, a little bit of expansion to accommodate bulky items. And again, this is perfect to use too as an emergency car kit, a first aid kit, an organizer for supplies, whether it's sewing, cosmetics, or office. It could be a great kids' quiet book to take to church with little things in it, or a purse organizer. So many ways that you can use this. They are perfect for assembly line sewing, so if you want to make several using the same fabric, we talked about this a while back, but I thought it's a good thing to share. So on this, what we did is we quilted one piece of fabric using 2 different fabrics. And then when we, to add some variety, when we went to assemble them, we alternated the fabric and used this white one as the main fabric on here with the blue as its lining. And then on this one, we just flipped them over and used the blue as the outside and the whiter one on the inside. We did pick a coordinating fabric that would work on both of them. That saved us some time because we could cut larger pieces for the straps and bindings and then subcut them to save time. And we were also able to cut a larger square of bias binding, which not only saved time, but it also reduced the number of seams in it. Here's another way that you can save time. Instead of making a fabric strap on this one that we made using Tula Pink's Tiny Beast fabric, we used her new webbing, and that saves time because you don't have to make the fabric covering for it. It also adds some interest to the outside of the wrap. So these are quick and easy, and there's so many ways that these can be used. So that might be a great one for quick holiday gifts. Try and fold them up and put them away nicely. All right, here's another great project for using leftover pieces of quilted fabric, and this is Open Wide 2.0. So again, like the others, this includes more than one size. So we've got instructions for zippered bags in 3 sizes. They're quick and fun to make, perfect for anyone on your list, and the pattern includes an add-on video to help you make them. So there is an easy to install zipper at the top. It extends beyond the side and can open wide, so that ensures that you've got full access to everything inside. We put a binding on the zipper that not only finishes the upper edges of the bag, but it also finds a little handle on this end and one to grab on this. And when you zip the bag shut, we've added a little handle on this end so that you can take the zipper end and stick it in there, and it just gives it a more clean, tailored appearance. On the inside of the bag, there are 2 mesh pockets that are bound with fold-over elastic, so they're going to keep everything inside organized and easy to view. And as with every project that we've sewn today, Soft and Stable is going to give great body and stability to the bags. It also ensures that they're going to stand up and hold their shape, and that the bags can be easily machine washed and dried in case they get dirty. So that is a fun set that we made using a fabric called Clueless that Angela Pengel designed. Here's another totally different look. So as you can see, you can really change the appearance and make it perfect for whoever you're making it for just by varying the fabrics. So this is a set that we made using fabrics from Island Batik, and we used, as we did on there, different fabrics for the outside of each, but then a coordinating binding and border to kind of tie them all together. Open Wide are really nice bags to have on hand for gifts. I mean, who's not going to want a cute little bag to put cosmetics or tech gear or other supplies in? And you don't have to give the whole set. You can do just one. So they're great for using leftover fabric and just fun projects to make. We'll leave those out. Move these over here. All right, this is another pattern that is going to be great for gifts and perfect for men, women, boys, girls, anyone on your list. So these are double zip gear bags. These come in 3 sizes, and they're going to keep anyone organized. So they're perfect for toys, toiletries, sewing and craft supplies, electronics gear, clothes, shoes. Depending on which size, you've got lots of different uses. So I'm going to pull them all out so we can see them all, and then we'll talk about some of their features. So each of the bag features a double zippered top that, as you can see, opens easily, and you've got full access to everything inside. On the outside, you have 2 zippered pockets, one made out of mesh, one made out of quilted fabric, and then on the inside, there are 2 mesh slip pockets to keep everything organized. There's a sturdy handle on one end to make it easy to carry. I know that when we first designed the first version of this pattern, my grandson got all of the prototypes of this, and he was teeny tiny then, but he used them to carry his train tracks, all those things, and he loved being able to pull on that zippered top and close it himself and then use the handle to carry it around the house. And he still uses these to hold all of his toys. As with most of the other patterns that we've shown today, the double zip gear bag pattern includes an add-on video that's going to help you with the more challenging or unique parts. Just remember that the paper pattern includes the coupon to get that video at no charge, so wait until you have the pattern in hand before you purchase the video. All right, so that again is double zip gear bag. You can see another version of it on the shelf back there, made to match the open wide bags that I did here. All right, let's move on now to In Control, which is again another pattern that is going to be appreciated by anyone on your gift list. This little caddy is small but mighty. So here's one that I'm showing that would be perfect to set on the coffee table. So as you can see, it holds remote controls, a phone, books to read, reading glasses. Turn it around and I've got games, a notebook, and pens. Inside I've got a project to work on, and there is even room in here for my glass of wine. And because of the way it's designed with bellowed dividers instead of pockets, I can pick this up and carry it and know that depending on how full that glass of wine is, it's not going to spill. So that again is In Control, set to go on the coffee table. It's equally as helpful on a desk or next to a sewing machine, and we have one next to every sewing machine in our studio here and at home. So the bellowed dividers again expand to hold larger items, and then it's got slip pockets and one zippered pocket all the way around. The bindings on these outer edges give sturdy structure to the caddy. They also give you little handy grab handles on each end that you can use to move it around on the table. And those are a perfect place to store wonder clips. And I also like to put a ring of zipper pulls and my basting tape and all those things on one end. They have comfy padded handles that make it easy to carry it, and those are attached to handles attached to the bag using rectangle rings so they can fall flat against the caddy when you're not using it. In Control would make a great gift for teens. It's perfect for holding their gaming equipment, art and craft supplies. So again, depending on the fabric you choose, it's perfect for any room in the house, from the living room to the sewing room to the bedroom, and would make a great gift for anyone on your list. A larger version of that is our catch-all caddy, and this one I think would make a great gift for any teen. I didn't get this one packed with stuff, but you can picture this holding toiletries, makeup, brushes, personal care items, or for a student, pens, pencils, and school supplies. And here's a little tip that I kind of showed in here. If you have small items that you're worried about losing in there, put them in a cup, and you can set those inside these bellowed dividers. So you won't have to worry about losing them in the bottom of the caddy, and the dividers expand beautifully to hold that and hold it in place. Catch-all caddy is my go-to shower gift. It's so useful in a nursery or child's room, and I've got this one packed with diapers, wipes, extra clothes. I've got a sippy cup in here, but you could put baby bottles in there. We've got books, toys, all the little tools and things that you need, combs, thermometers, all those things, and it just makes it really easy to carry it from room to room, and a really great shower gift. I have a catch-all caddy on every work table and one on my desk. I also have one in my bathroom, and one at my ironing station. So I don't know anybody who couldn't use a catch-all caddy. Catch-all caddy has the same features as In Control. It's just got more room, more pockets, and more dividers. And I wanted to explain a little bit about the base stabilizer that goes in the bottom. We don't sell an acrylic stabilizer for this, but I recommend that you just buy a sheet of corrugated cardboard, plastic corrugated cardboard. Super easy to cut with a rotary cutter. I usually cut the edges off to kind of round them a little bit. That slides inside the fabric sleeve that you've made. And then I take the unseamed side and fold it over, and then fold the other edge in, and then you can just push that in the bottom, and you have a nice sturdy base for carrying it. So again, one of the best parts of this are these bellowed dividers that are on the inside. They expand to hold larger items. You can even put a bottle of water in here, and you're not going to worry about it falling over and tipping over as you carry it. So that is Catch-all Caddy. And I'm going to have a drink. Turn that back around so you can see the front. All right, what's next on our list? Project bags. All right. What's that? You can go on down. If you are looking for something really easy that can be used in lots of different ways, you might want to consider project bags. So these are handy zippered bags. They have a sturdy quilted fabric base, and then they have windows on the front for easy visibility of contents. And the pattern includes instructions for 4 different sizes. Each of the sizes has a handle at the top, so it's easy to carry, and the sizes are small, medium, large, and jumbo. As with our other patterns that have more than one side, you can decide how many you make. So any size is going to make a great gift, and if you make the whole set, it's going to just knock that person's socks off. So this one is a great one for carrying rotary cutters. This one is sized for 12-inch quilt blocks. This one is sized for 16-inch quilt blocks. Lots of ways to use them. Here's another set that we made with a totally different look using a batik fabric, and you can see that on this set we used patchwork fabric at the bottom. All other than the small one, each of them has a border across the bottom. So on all of these we did that with pieced fabric. On this set we used just a single fabric and skipped the piecing on that. So either way to use it, and again, these can be used for sewing supplies, they can be used for puzzles and games. They're going to be appreciated by anyone who has stuff to store. So pick fabric that suits them, and these make a quick and easy gift. All right, next let's talk about another pattern that can be used in a variety of ways, and this is our pattern called the Right Stuff. So this pattern includes instructions for covers in 3 sizes, and the small one and the medium one were designed for, is that the medium one? Yeah, to go with covers for planners, and then the large size is designed to go on a standard 3-ring binder. So it can be used in lots of different ways. Each of these has a handy zippered pocket on the outside. There is also a slip pocket on the inside of the back. And they all close with a flap that has a hidden magnetic snap in it. And there's also a bookmark that makes it easy for you to find your place really quickly. In addition to the notebook cover, each of these also includes instructions for a handy little double-sided accessory pouch. So you can put pens and pencils in here. You can do highlighters, washi tape, Post-its. There's so many ways to use it. And this is made by attaching zippered mesh pockets to each side of a piece of vinyl, so that makes it really easy to see everything inside. And then the mesh stretches to accommodate multiple markers. You can add divisions in it, as we did on this side, to keep things separate. And it's designed so that it fits either in the back pocket, or you can also fit it in the zippered pocket that is on the front. Slide that in there so you can see. So here's some of the ways that I would suggest using this. Any budding artist is going to love having a portfolio to protect their drawings and their tools. Or you could fill one of these binders with favorite family recipes. It would be a great gift for newlyweds or kids that are moving into your first apartment. It would also be great for photos from a special trip, baby pictures. It's a great place to store your ByAnnie patterns and more. There are just so many ways that you can use these handy covers. And we did talk about these in a recent episode of Live with Annie. We talked about ways to customize them depending on your the way your notebook is designed, so be sure and check that out. The main thing to know is that on these binders, and the way the pattern is designed, it assumes that your rings are right in the middle. I have found that on newer binders, the rings are often on the back cover, in which case you would need to reduce the size of the back sleeve and increase the size a little bit on the front sleeve. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. So many of the projects that we showed today could be used with fabric that you've got on hand. They'd also be great made with fat quarter bundles that you have may have collected. They're great for mixing and matching lots of different fabrics. And I wanted to share just one more tip to save some time, and that is to quilt 1 or 2 large sets of fabric and then use those pieces to cut a variety of fabric or projects. So I wanted to show you some things that we made using Pat Sloan's new line called Birdsong. And we quilted 2 pieces of fabric, and then by alternating it, as we did on here, we used this kind of medallion flower for the lining and the all-over birds for the outside. And when we went to make the middle bag, we just reversed those. So we used what was the lining on there for the outside of that, and alternated it back and forth, again using a consistent contrast or coordinating fabric to tie them all together. We used those fabrics for all kinds of projects. So you can see if you had one big piece of fabric, you could cut a variety of fabrics and have all kinds of gifts for different people ready to go in no time. All right, I hope that you enjoyed seeing these 10 easy projects, that you've got maybe some inspiration for your gift list. Remember that all of these can be made fairly quickly with a minimum of supplies, so they make really great gifts. And depending again on the fabric that you choose, most would be suitable for men or women, boys or girls. We would really love to see what you make, so be sure to share pictures with us. You can even win a $50 shopping spree if you enter them in our monthly photo contest. And to do that, just go to ByAnnie.com, click on the tab at the top that says Photo Contest/Gallery on the top menu bar, and once you get there, you'll find all the information for submitting your photos. You'll also find inspiration from photos that were submitted in prior contests. And as always, please ask for all of these patterns and supplies at your local quilt shop. Those shops are such an important part of our sewing and quilting communities, and it is up to all of us to keep them strong and vibrant. As we said before, if they don't have these products, they can certainly get them, either from their favorite distributor or from us. And we are very happy to set up a wholesale account for them, so just ask them to contact us for more information. All right, we're going to move on now to a few questions. One question is, when will the new patterns announced at market be announced here, and when will they be available to order? So we announced 2 new patterns. One called Snapshot, which you can see up here on the back shelf. Another called Sidekick, which makes a bag to go on the side of your chair or use as a walker bag. And our goal is to have them shipping to distributors in the next week or two, to stores shortly thereafter, and then to announce them. We want your local quilt shops to have time to get them in stock before we start selling them here. So be sure and ask for them at your local quilt shops so they know to order them and get them in. And right now our plan is to begin announcing new patterns around the 23rd of November. We were going to have a meeting today to really finalize that and see if that was possible, and we got home late last night and hit the ground running, so we didn't quite get that far, but hopefully they will be shipping soon to distributors and stores, and then later this month to everyone else. All right, we've got a few important announcements to share today. As I said earlier, we returned last night from Quilt Market in Houston. Because we continue to be so short-staffed, about a month ago we made the really hard decision to not stay there for festival. But I am really excited to say that we left a bunch of models with our friend Cindy Serena at Custom Creations. We shipped her patterns, soft and stable, zippers, mesh, and fold-over elastic to go with them. So if you're in need of a ByAnnie fix, be sure to visit them in booth 108. They're right at the very beginning of the very first style of the show, and festival starts with a special preview tonight. It goes all the way through Sunday, so if you are in Houston for Quilt Festival, be sure to go visit Cindy and her team over there and tell them that Annie sent you. And I would recommend going early, because I think there will be a lot of interest in that. We also want to say thank you to everyone who participated in this year's So Pink initiative. We promote this campaign every year in October during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our goals during the campaign are to raise awareness, encourage people to get screenings, come together as a community, and donate to breast cancer research. So in addition to welcoming lots of special guests to Live with Annie over the past several weeks, we also celebrated with a month-long blog hop. And we had celebrities from around the world who shared encouraging messages and stories, along with awesome prizes, patterns, and projects. So since we last talked, Brianna at So Cute and Quirky shared an awesome Stash and Dash on Thursday, the 27th of October. She made it using some fun pink breast cancer fabrics from Michael Miller Fabrics, and she also shared the story of her sister Karina, who just a year ago discovered through a mammogram that she had breast cancer. And she was happy to say that her sister just celebrated her 1-year cancer-free anniversary. Yay, that's awesome news. And her sister offered Brianna some tips on what would be helpful for others who are going through treatments. So Brianna designed 2 projects, a port pillow and an aftercare breast support pillow, and she includes free tutorials for those in her blog post. She used Michael Miller's Think Pink Minky for the projects, and they look so soft and wonderful, and they're sure to provide comfort and a smile to anyone. So you will find all the great blog posts during the month at our website. Just go to our blog. We had planned to do a wrap-up post by October 31st, but with everything going on the past week, we didn't get to it, but we'll be doing that soon. 2 important things to remember are that we added a special category to our monthly photo contest as part of our So Pink celebration, and you can enter in that category until the end of November. So in addition to our regular monthly prizes, we will have an additional $50 So Pink award and some $15 awards for So Pink entrants. So be sure and participate in that. Also, we're happy to say that the So Pink team has donated over $1,000 as part of the Fat Quarter Shop's fundraiser to raise funds for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, and we really thank all of you for your support and helping to make a difference. As of yesterday, donations were $12,108, with matching amounts still to come from us, Lori Holt, and the Fat Quarter Shop. Know that the fundraiser will be open until Friday, November 4th, so you still have time to help with this worthwhile cause, and ByAnnie will match every dollar raised by our team, so your donations will make an even greater impact. Please remember that though we focus on breast cancer awareness during the month of October, our goal is to provide resources and awareness all year round. Early detection really saves lives, so be sure to practice monthly self-exams and get your mammogram. All right, it's time now for our local featured quilt shop of the week, and this week we are featuring 2 stores, one in the U.S. and one in Australia. So we're going to start close to home for us in Green Valley, Arizona at Quilt Central Studio. After 15 years of working as a sales rep, 12 years with E.E. Schenck, who is a major quilting and sewing distributor, owner Lori McAlphin and her husband moved from Pennsylvania to southern Arizona to live closer to Lori's family. Lori kept hearing how much everyone missed the quilt shop that closed when its owner passed away 5 years before. So Lori and Kevin decided it was meant to be, and they opened Quilt Central Studio in January of 2022. So not very long ago. Lori said, "People were so excited. I had women who had taught quilting, sewing, and bag making all over the country come in and offer to teach classes." I got to get a drink real quick. So the store carries lots of bright and fun fabrics by designers such as Kay Fassett, Tula Pink, Tim Holtz, Lori Holt, and Kimberbell. And Lori said, "Our goal is to be known as the go-to store for all ByAnnie merchandise. We carry the full color range of zippers, mesh, fold-over elastic, all the hardware and patterns. And we also have a full online store and can ship anywhere." So Quilt Central Studio also schedules regular ByAnnie classes. They just finished an Ultimate Travel Bag class, and they have a good selection of classes coming up. So contact the store or check their website for more details about those classes. Lori tells me that they spread their Ultimate Travel Bag class over 4 sessions to make sure that students go home with a finished bag, and I thought that was a great idea. So Quilt Central Studio will have a ByAnnie trunk show on display from October 31st to December 3rd, so be sure to stop in and check it out and tell them Annie sent you. Next, we are going to travel all the way to Australia to Palm Beach Quilting in Carrum Downs, Victoria. So Palm Beach Quilting was our Australian Grand Prize winner in our 2022 local quilt shop contest. And as part of their prize package, they won ByAnnie and Lynn Wilson trunk shows, and I'm excited to say that their trunk show will be on display in the store from November 4th to 19th. Casey and I really enjoyed meeting and connecting with the owner, Maureen Miller, at the H&H show in Chicago this past June. She is so enthusiastic and happy, and it is really easy to see why customers love her and her store. So Palm Beach Quilting began as a long-arm quilting business in Maureen's home. But Maureen quickly learned that customers wanted wide-back quilt fabrics, so she added those to the store. And over the years, the store has just continued to grow, first becoming an online business and then an actual brick-and-mortar store. Today, it is a bright and light-filled shop with 2 quilting machines and literally thousands of fabric to choose from. You will find lots of quilts hanging on the walls, kits and samples to view, and a huge variety of products and accessories at this destination store. Customers at Palm Beach Quilting raved about the shop's friendly, helpful service, especially during lockdowns, as well as the wonderful atmosphere of the store. Jessie said, "The shop owner, Maureen, is always so helpful and friendly. It is a pleasure to visit the store and chat with her, and she is more than happy to assist with fabric selection and other advice and support with quilting projects." Olivia shared, "This little shop is so welcoming and friendly. As a beginner that knew nothing about quilting, they have embraced me with kindness and cookies in each of our classes." And Janice listed lots of things that she appreciates about the store. Friendly, helpful staff, always available for a chat and a cuppa, willing to help and provide honest opinion and feedback, which is very helpful, And she said Maureen goes out of her way to source special requests and did door-to-door local drop-off during COVID. She also said she is community-driven and always gives back to the community. So again, Palm Beach Quilting will have their ByAnnie trunk show on display in the store beginning this Friday and continuing for the next 2 weeks. So I hope all our Australian customers who can will be sure to stop in and check it out and give Maureen a big, big hug from all of us at ByAnnie.com. Thank you again to everyone who joined us today. We are going to be back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time to continue our Gift Ideas series. Since we know that time and money can be short during the holiday season, we're going to focus on even quicker and easier gifts, all made with patterns that cost no more than $5. So you won't want to miss it. And until then, happy stitching!